T-minus 10, 9, 8.
The clock is
7,
operating. We're underway.
Tranquility Base here. Endeavor, go at throttle up.
First racer is on course. From Clarkson University, Chelson Farinacci, bib 60, on course. Next racer, Leanne Bentley, University of Wyoming. On course now, Leanne Bentley. Next up, Christy Palmer, a guest skier.
She is, from my information, she is also a University of Wyoming skier and is majoring in teaching middle-level math.
University of Wyoming's women's team is the current national champion for the United States Collegiate Ski Association. The reigning women's champion team.
Off she goes, bib 62. Next skier up is Sevi Hagen, also from University of Wyoming.
University of Wyoming has a long history in skiing. They've used to ski Division I NCAA and are now skiing in the USCSA League. As I say, the women's team is very strong over the last few years. They are the current national champions.
Okay, and off she goes. So I think we're going to have a little bit of a break right now.
We have a short break here. We have a short break for about 2 minutes. Our next skier from Paul Smith's College will be Ashley Evans. Paul Smith's College is located in the Adirondacks, upstate New York.
Okay, so Bert, so today's race is a classic race. Tell us a little bit about the difference between classic and skate.
The classic style is the style of racing, of course, it's much older than skate skiing. In classic skiing, skiers will diagonal stride and are not allowed to skate. The skis are a little different. They are longer and somewhat softer than the skate skis. And the classic skis will have under the foot a sticky kick wax. The racers will set the kick wax, and that will give them a kick, allowing them to propel themselves forward. The tips and the tails of the skis are waxed with a glide wax. The perfectly matched classic ski will keep the sticky wax off the snow when equally weighted with each foot. And as you weight it with one foot, that sticky wax will come down onto the snow. It's difficult sometimes to find the right kick wax, Jason.
And how about today, in today's conditions, kick waxing difficult or a little dicey?
Right now, kick waxing is fairly easy in that the snow is cold and it's consistent throughout the course. As the day warms and we have warmer snow on the south-facing slopes, kick waxing will become more difficult. Where the snow warms, it will not be as kick. The kick won't be as strong. So it's going to get a little trickier as the day warms up.
Okay. So once again, our next starter is Ashley Evans, and with bib number 68.
Paul Smith's College, upstate New York, a terrific little school. I know that they've got a sawmill. Some of the students actually run the sawmill. A lot of students are involved in resource management courses. The students at Paul Smith College have access to the trails at Mount Van Hoevenberg in Lake Placid. Mount Van Hoevenberg, the site of the 1980 Olympic Winter Games.
And off she goes, bib number 68. Next up is Emily Ramsey, I believe.
University of Maine, Farmington. The University of Maine has many campuses, many branches all over the state of Maine. The University of Maine does a terrific job of giving access to all students all over the state of Maine. And they have some large and some small campuses located all over the state. Emily Ramsey is from the University of Maine, Farmington.
And off she goes. Next up, bib number 70 is Myra Hopkins. And just a little bit of info, Myra is from Colorado Mesa University and is a mechanical engineering major.
Colorado Mesa University is located in Grand Junction, Colorado. These kids ski up on the Grand Mesa. High altitude skiing, nice dry Colorado snow, and usually ample snow up there. Colorado Mesa University, a small school, was a junior college years ago, and now I believe it's a 4-year school.
Okay, Myra's off. Next up, bib number 71 is another University of Wyoming cowboy, and it is Megan Kent, who is a marketing and communications major with a hometown of Laramie, Wyoming.
Laramie has a long tradition, Jason, in skiing, both Nordic and Alpine. They've had terrific ski teams. Back in the 60s and 70s, they were skiing Division I and skiing very well against some of the bigger schools back east. Megan Kent is now on course.
Okay, next up from Clarkson University, bib number 72 is Caitlin Dunn. Caitlin is also a electrical engineering major, also specializing in physics.
You know, Clarkson University is a well-respected and well-known research university. A lot of engineering students there, material science. I wonder if any of these people study snow science and have a good handle on the kickwax here today. On course.
Okay.
Katie Dunn.
Next up is Samantha Maddox, who fill us in where she is from.
Samantha is skiing for Western State Colorado University, my alma mater. Good to see those kids from Western State over here. Western State, again, a long tradition in both Nordic and Alpine skiing. Skied Division I very well back in the 60s and 70s. And skiing is coming back now. Good to see these kids from Gunnison, Colorado over here at the USCSA National Championships.
Okay, next up is Michaela Scarborough from the Air Force Academy. She is an economics major and is from North Pole, Alaska.
The Alaska skiers are down here in the balmy climes of Bend, Oregon. Good to see these young athletes from the Air Force Academy. They study in Colorado Springs, and they have to drive quite a ways to get to snow down there from Colorado Springs. But I'm glad those skiers are here in Bend. These kids get to ski on these trails all the time, so Helen's going to be pretty familiar with this course going up Blue Jays Trail past the lodge, and she is now off and on course.
Okay, bib number 77. Okay, and off she goes. Next up, bib number 80, Piper Bain. Piper is from St. Olaf College, and it says right here, her home mountain is the Highland Alps.
St. Olaf College is in Northfield, Minnesota. Those kids know what it's like to ski in cold snow. They're probably pretty glad they're here in Bend today. St. Olaf, Minnesota is getting a blizzard today, I believe. So here they are skiing in the sun. Piper is off and on course.
Okay, next is a University of Maine at Farmington. Oh, sorry, I'm speaking. Okay. Who do we have up next, Bert?
Colorado Mesa University. Courtney Berg, Colorado Mesa University, number 81. Grand Junction, Colorado is the location of that school. Skiing up on the Grand Mesa.
Okay, next up. And
Courtney is on course.
Okay, bib number 82 from the University of Maine at Farmington is Ashlea Leiby, and she is also from Turner, Maine. She is about to go on course. Lovely day here in Bend, Oregon. Bluebird skies, lots of sunshine, and off she goes.
Yara Thomas, University of Wyoming, is our next athlete. Bib number 83. Laramie, Wyoming. Not too far from Laramie. They've got both Nordic and Alpine skiing. And as I say, a long tradition in winter sports at the University of Wyoming.
And she is off. Next skier is Michaela Martin from the College of Idaho. She is also a local skier, having raced here in Bend growing up. And she is a biology major.
Number 88.
Pardon me?
We're missing number 88.
If there's a bib number 88, bib number 88 from Clarkson University, Ashley Forshey. Ashley Forshey, please report to the start.
Okay, Michaela is off onto the course. Double polling start. Looking good.
Our next skier is Isabel Sharp from Cornell University.
She is an engineering major from Houghton, Michigan, and first grew up skiing the Michigan Tech Trail Systems.
Boy, national championships this year were Houghton, Michigan. It was below zero with new snow every day. A lot different conditions than the conditions the athletes are seeing here in Bend. But Houghton, there's so many good skiers coming out of Houghton, Michigan for a long, long time. Lauren Benedict is our next athlete, Whitman College, Walla Walla, Washington.
She is hails from Colorado, Longmont, over on the Front Range, and grew up skiing in Winter Park.
All around Winter Park, Snow Mountain Ranch, Devil's Thumb, they're terrific Nordic skiing all around that Winter Park area. It's cold snow, cold Nordic skiing.
Okay, and she is off on the course. Next up,
We have from Western State, Colorado University, Ingrid Kelly. Gunnison, Colorado, 7,700 feet above sea level and sometimes the coldest temperatures in the continental United States. They've got great tracks right close to at Hartman Rocks. Kids don't have to travel too far. If they don't have much snow, they go and they ski on the Crested Butte Nordic trails about 30 minutes north of the campus.
okay, she is out on course. Next up should be bib number 88.
88, Ashley Forshey. Is Ashley Forshey. Ashley, Clarkson University.
Upstate New York School.
Upstate Research University in upstate New York.
Okay.
88 is on course. Ashley is on course.
Next up is Elizabeth Atkins. And she is also from, where is she from, Luke?
Western State, Colorado University.
Okay.
Western State's here with a big group of Nordic skiers. I believe they're also here with a big group of Alpine skiers. The Alpine skiers train up at Crested Butte, and the Nordic skiers train closer to Gunnison. Western State College, a small college in the mountains of Colorado.
Okay.
Elizabeth is on course.
Okay, next up is bib number 90, who is Nikki Cunning. Nikki is from Colorado Mesa University and studies exercise science. And she's actually a local of Gypsum, Colorado.
It's good that there's so many of these wonderful universities now giving some of the local skiers and students a chance to study close to home. Colorado Mesa University, a growing university, growing both in academic and athletic programs.
Bib number 91 is up next. She is Ellie Pinto from University of Maine at Farmington.
First girl has come through for a lap, just so you know, and you guys are paying attention.
Okay. And she studies health information systems, and our first skier has just come through for a lap.
University of Maine, Farmington. They've had ample snow this year and terrific skiing in New England. Next on the line, Laura Moore, St. Olaf College. St. Olaf College is located in Northfield, Minnesota. Fine liberal arts school there, and also a exceptional research university. St. Olaf, named for the King Olaf of Norway.
Bib number 92 is about to start. Perfect conditions here. And she is off.
Laura Moore is on course. Our next athlete, Carol Southard from the United States Air Force Academy, Colorado Springs.
And Carol is an aeronautical engineering and astronautical engineering major. And she hails from Oklahoma.
We seem to have a lot of engineering students here. on the trails at the Mount Bachelor Nordic Center. It's interesting how so many engineering-minded people gravitate toward this difficult Nordic sport. Next up, we have from Clarkson University, Olivia Dawson. Olivia Dawson, bib 94. Olivia is on the start line.
She's decked out in the green and yellow colors of Clarkson. About to go. Off she goes.
Next up, we have from Cornell University, Karen Martin.
Karen hails from Williamsville, New York. She is a mechanical engineering student. And I believe this is her second nationals.
You know, I've noticed that we've got young athletes here who are just beginning their experience, their Nordic skiing careers. We also have some very accomplished athletes here.
Okay. She is off on course.
Bib 95 on course.
Hey, Bert, we need 103.
Bib number 103. Megan McKenna to the start, please. Megan McKenna to the start.
Okay, next up is a University of Wyoming skier, I believe bib number 97, Sierra Jeck. She is an Earth Systems Science and Chemistry major hailing from Cody, Wyoming. Off she goes.
Cody, Wyoming is a high school program that's just getting started. I've been in contact with their coach for a number of years now, helping them out with some waxing.
Just a correction, that was actually Britta Schroeder. Britta Schroeder, also from the University of Wyoming.
And next up is
Sierra Jeck.
Sierra Jeck.
And she is on course.
Next up, we have from Western State Colorado University, Shelby Ralston. Shelby is about to head out on the course here from the oval at the Mount Bachelor Nordic Center. Jason, this is a tough course that these athletes are skiing on today.
This is a tough course, and we have a couple more skiers to get through, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the course and waxing conditions for the day. Who's our next skier here, Bert?
Our next skier looks like Clarkson University's Taryn Dosman.
And Taryn hails from Syracuse, New York, home of a proud basketball program.
Well, I'm glad not all the athletes are playing basketball. Good that there are some out here skiing.
And she is on course.
Next up, we have from Colorado Mesa University, Megan
Muehlteller. Megan Muehlteller, who is from Colorado Mesa University. She is a kinesiology major hailing from Eagle, Colorado, not too far away from Vail.
I've noticed a lot of these students are either in engineering or in exercise physiology. Again, the scientific mind drawing them to this difficult and challenging Nordic discipline. We have from St. Olaf College, Shelby Arnott. Bib number 101. Shelby from St. Olaf College. You know, Jason, a lot of these kids coming here for their first time, and you can see that some of them are just learning. But Shelby, I can see she's taken off. Good strong start, good strong double pole as Shelby takes off the start here.
And next up from the University of Wyoming is Elise Sulzer. Elise is a microbiology and environment and natural resources major from Casper, Wyoming.
The research that we're seeing in some of these Western schools, very interesting stuff. We have wildlife management. We have some students even researching the medicinal values of things like, you know, the natural plant sagebrush and that sort of thing.
And off goes Elise. And she seems to be a pretty accomplished skier. She was 7th at the Utah NCAA Invitational this year.
She has a very strong start, very strong double pole out of the start arena.
Next up from Clarkson University, bib number 103 is Megan McKenna. Megan is a civil engineering student from Hamburg, New York.
You know, you see a lot of good skiers coming out of New York State. Terrific trail systems up in the Adirondacks. Programs all over that state. We've got that Clarkson team here. They have access to Lake Placid, and it's good that they can get out here to Bend, Oregon, and see what skiing is like in the West.
Okay, next up, bib 104, Patricia Wheeler-Larson from Western State Colorado University. She is a biology and chemistry major, and she also happens to be our last starter for the women's race this morning. Her hometown is Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, and she started off with a good, strong double pole. Those kids who live and train in Gunnison will be used to this altitude. We're at 6,200 feet here at the Nordic Center, and I know that the kids in Gunnison are training at about 7,700 feet. Jason, it looks like we've got a break now between the ladies and the men.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this course. It is a 3.25 kilometer loop, starting off in what we call the oval here at Mount Bachelor, which looks over the Three Sisters and the Broken Top, which are very large volcanoes if you're not part or from this part of the country. So let's talk a little bit about the course, Bert.
Jason, I haven't had a chance to get out on the course recently, and I wonder if you've been out this week on the course. What's the skiing like?
I have been out on the course, but a little later in the day. It's been really good classic skiing in the shade for me, and a little slippery once things start to warm up. But this morning, I think these girls are going to get good kick throughout the 3.5 kilometer loop. Air's kind of probably pretty slow to warm up, and the snow slow to warm up as well.
The course has some significant terrain in it. We've got some steep climbs in this course, which will challenge both the waxers and the skiers. And we have some pretty fast descents, technical descents that have got some turns in them. So this course will be challenging both from the athletic point of view and the waxing point of view. I can see skiers coming through. Bib number 80 has just come through on a lap.
Bib number 80 is Piper Bain.
Skiers went out on 30-second intervals.
Piper is from St. Olaf College.
So Piper came here into the oval, onto the flats. We'll make a loop here and head back out on her second lap on the hilly section of the course, which is north of where we are watching from right now.
And we have another skier double pulling into the lap area. Looks like bib number 74.
74 coming through, 74.
Michaela Scarborough from the Air Force Academy.
Michaela's coming through here for her second lap, using the double pole technique on this flat area. The double pole with using the upper body is a little faster than the kick and glide that we'll see the athletes using as they go uphill.
And so in terms of this course, where we're situated over here in the oval, there's kind of a brief respite, a brief rest period where you can double pole, but the rest of the course is pretty undulating, up and down, and working itself into some much larger climbs. And coming into the lap area, we have a University of Wyoming skier, bib number 83. Bib number 83 is Yara Thomas from University of Wyoming, looking strong.
You know, all of these athletes will find that there's not a lot of recovery time on this course. The one place we do see them getting some recovery is here where they come into the oval. But as they head out, they'll be climbing and then descending. The descents are technical. It isn't that they can just relax and ski down those descents. They've got to be on their toes. They've got to be well balanced, and that doesn't give you much time for rest. Very little recovery time on this course.
In a course like this, Bert, what kind of workload are we expecting out of our athletes? You know, when we talk about heart rate and what do you expect to have them experience and feel out there?
You know, there are a lot of athletes here who will be working right up near their heart rate maximum. You know, they're probably going to be skiing with heart rates of upwards of 170 beats a minute on a lot of the uphills.
Okay, coming in for a lap is bib number 81, who is Courtney Berg. Courtney hails from Colorado Mesa University.
Courtney's having a good run through here. Good strong double pole as she heads out for her second lap. That double pole technique we see used more and more now in modern Nordic ski racing. The kids work on upper body strength all during the summer and the fall preseason.
And coming in for a lap is bib number 78 from Whitman College, Galen Voorhees. Galen's looking really strong right now. Good double pole.
You know, it used to be that skiers could just come out and ski in the wintertime and ski themselves into shape. A lot of these athletes now will be training all through the summer and the fall. It's almost a year-round sport.
And from Cornell coming through the lap area, bib number 85, Isabel Sharp.
Isabel in that bright red Cornell outfit going through with a quick double pole. Nice quick cadence through there.
And another looks like Air Force Academy athlete coming up through here, and I'll get a bib number for you. My eyes might be failing. It looks like bib number 79. That is Taylor Vonasek. Taylor Vonasek from the Air Force Academy. And she is probably used to these high altitudes. And local skier coming through here, I believe, is Michaela Martin, looking really strong with a stride right here. She is from the College of Idaho. Bib number 84, Michaela Martin.
The students at the College of Idaho, that college giving these kids a terrific academic experience coupled with outdoor education. A lot of their classwork is done right out in the field.
Hey, Logan, your focus is a little soft. Focus.
So one of the things we're also seeing out here right now, we're waiting for some skiers to come through, are coaches that are out on the tracks and skiing. As what happens to the snow? Actually, I'll get to you in a minute there, Bert. Some skiers coming through. We'll talk a little bit about what happens to the snow as it warms up. And it looks like a skier from Clarkson University, bib number 88, who is Ashley Forsey from Clarkson University, looking strong.
You know, as these athletes go out on the course, and the snow may be warming a little bit on areas that are exposed to the south, but what happens as the snow begins to release its moisture is that moisture acts as a lubricant. And the lubricant is not what you want under your kick wax.
Okay, we have Ingrid Kelly, bib number 87, coming in for a lap. Oh, I apologize. My apologies. It is bib number 82, Ashleigh Leby.
So athletes are going to find now that as the temperatures have begun to warm a little bit, some variability in the snow. South-facing slopes will be a little hard to kick. North and shady areas will still be cold, and we'll find that the kick wax will still be gripping out there. Jason, it looks like we got another athlete from the University of Wyoming coming in.
Yep, we have Leanna Bentley, bib number 61. She's actually coming in for her finish, looking really strong here, double pulling, hips forward, looking great, Ashley. Number 61, our first finisher from the University of Wyoming.
Looks like her time. We don't have a time on that yet, do we?
Okay, a little lull here. So we do have another skier coming in a red uniform. And she is going through on a lap, and it looks like bib number 97 from the, my apologies, bib number 87, Ingrid Kelly from Western State.
You know, Jason, the Nordic skiing community is a fairly small community, and as I walked in here this morning, I encountered coaches who were actually skiing when I was skiing in the 70s.
Oh, and Nikki Cunning just came through for a lap.
We can see him on this. '94, bib 94.
Bib 94 from Clarkson, Olivia Dawson. And 89 is coming through, just following her. And 89 is Elizabeth Atkins, also from Western State, in a nice bright red uniform. And another University of Wyoming student coming in for the finish here. Bib number 63 is Sevi Hagen. Sevi Hagen from the University of Wyoming, looking strong.
I can see why the University of Wyoming is the reigning national champion for the USCSA.
And we have a couple of other University of Wyoming students coming through for a lap. Bib number 96. Britta Schroeder. Britta Schroeder just came through for a lap.
You know, Jason, as a successful college program breeds more success. It's a tradition that gets established. The coaches and the athletes develop good working relationships, and you can see the tradition of the University of Wyoming here in the quality of the skiers that they've got. Now, a lot of the skiers, the young skiers here, will be building that sense of quality in their programs. And national championship races like this one are a great way to do that. They come in and they see different tracks, different athletes, different snow conditions. All of that is a learning experience, and it allows those programs to grow. And then again, they establish those traditions, and we see more and more success in Nordic skiing.
So, thinking a little bit more about the technical side of this sport, Nordic skiing, in particular classic skiing, what time do coaches usually come up before a race like this, Bert?
Well, coaches will often be out here almost before the sun comes up, testing wax. They will have done that throughout the week. Of course, these coaches are also transporting athletes. So the workload of a coach, and many of these coaches, Jason, are volunteer coaches. So bless the volunteers. Here comes another University of Wyoming skier.
This would be bib number 70. This is actually a Colorado, Myra Hopkins. Myra Hopkins, bib 70.
What school is this, Jason?
She is from CMU, Colorado Mesa.
Colorado Mesa. That's the first finisher for Colorado Mesa.
And a very strong finish.
Coaches will have been out here testing wax. As a matter of fact, they may be even testing wax as we speak for the men's race this afternoon, seeing which kick waxes will work.
Okay, we have an Air Force Academy skier going through for a lap. Just getting a bib on her. She is bib 93.
And we have an
Killer
athlete
Southard
coming into the finish, Jason.
Bib number 75 coming in for a strong finish. That'd be Nora Gilbertson.
And more races are coming in to finish.
Okay, bib number 69 is Emily Ramsey. Emily Ramsey coming in for a great finish here.
Quickly followed by...
She's the University of Maine. And another University of Wyoming, bib number 67. Oh, my apologies, bib number 62, Christy Palmer. So as the morning transpires and the snow warms up a bit, coaches will be out there waxing. What sort of modifications might they make, Bert, for some of these skiers and getting good, what we call kick?
Well, the kick is essential on any climbing, and softer kick waxes are appropriate for snow that's warming. Those softer
interrupt
kick
you for
waxes,
a minute here. Bib number 71 from University of Wyoming coming in for a finish here is Megan Kent. Megan Kent is coming in for her finish.
We have a lot of University of Wyoming skiers in here finishing very quickly. Looks like a strong performance from the University of Wyoming in Laramie. But, Jason, coaches will be out testing kick wax. Very often when we get these changing conditions, we will use what's called a cushion. They will put a soft layer of kick wax on the ski first and cover it with a harder layer. That keeps the ski from icing, but it also gives them that soft cushion, which will interact with the snow crystals, giving them some kick.
Okay, we have a Clarkson University student coming through, and we have two skiers coming in hard to the finish here. Bib number 73, double pulling hard, Samantha Maddox. Come on, Samantha, looking great. Bib number 60 coming in strong. Bib 60, she is Chelsea Farinacci from Clarkson. Followed by bib number 77 from Cornell, Sarah Nadeau. Good finish, Sarah. Okay. That was a good, nice, tight group of skiers. We had 3 skiers working towards the finish.
Jason, I don't imagine that we'll see any of the kind of technology involved in wax testing that we see at very high-level races. I know the Norwegians spend millions of dollars on their wax tests and waxing facilities. Here you'll see coaches out on the slope doing it right here on the snow.
Okay, Ellie Pinto just went through for a lap from University of Maine. And here comes a local, Helen Cutting, bib number 76, looking super strong in her orange suit from University of Oregon, Cascades. Or actually, OSU, Oregon State University. Great job, Helen.
The Oregon State University, the Cascades campus here in Bend.
And bib number 80 coming in for a strong finish as well. She is Piper Bain from St. Olaf. Looking great, Piper.
We've got more athletes coming here into the lap area.
Looked like bib 103 from Clarkson, Megan McKenna, just came through for a lap after her first 3.5K loop. And so as she goes through the lap area, if you're not able to see this, it's a bright bluebird, meaning like no clouds in the sky day, lots of sunshine, mild temperatures. Do you know what we've warmed up to at this point, Bert?
I don't know what the snow temps are out there. I imagine the air temp, it was a -8 Celsius. It's probably closer to -3 or 4 Celsius now.
Colorado Mesa bib 100 just came through for a lap. That'd be skier. And bib number 68 coming in through for a finish here, Ashley Evans. Okay, so I'm getting a reading here. It is -3.9 Celsius. Thank you.
All right, not a bad guess, huh? I said -3.
Oh, did you? There you go. Bert's sort of our local weatherman for snow. And bib number 72 coming in. Bib number 72 is Caitlin Dunn from Clarkson, looking strong in a short sleeve shirt here. Things must be warming up. And another University of Wyoming skier coming in. We'll get a bib number for you in a minute. 83, bib 83 is Yara Thomas from the University of Wyoming.
Jason, I've been keeping track of weather and snow and wax conditions around the country this year. And, of course, the Midwest and the Northeast have been locked in polar air all winter long. It must be quite a relief for a lot of these athletes to come to Bend and be able to ski in short sleeves.
Yeah, it's been a pretty mild winter here in the Pacific Northwest. Usually Mount Bachelor has something like 15 feet of snow at this point in terms of a base depth level. So it's the conditions are great. We have lots of coverage, perfect coverage for a race today. But in terms of historical averages, it's been a pretty low snow year.
Yeah, I know that the Mount Bachelor Nordic Center has had to work pretty hard this year in some areas of this trail system to keep the trails covered and maintained. They've done a terrific job of preparing the course today. We've got great tracks out there, and we've got terrific snow conditions. The Mount Bachelor Nordic Center, the groomers have been working hard to make this course an excellent course for our university athletes from across the country.
So I'm not going to quote real official times right here, so I'm going to wait for some official documents, but it looks like right now our fastest time is about 26 minutes and 54 seconds, so just under 27 minutes. And the next closest time would be about a minute in the rear of that, around 28 minutes. Yeah, so one of the things that we'd like to announce here today are some of the sponsors for this event, for this national level Nordic ski event is Patagonia. Patagonia helps support this event. And Reliable Racing is another sponsor, so give your thanks to Reliable Racing, please.
Reliable Racing is an old, well-established business in New York State which supplies race supplies, fencing and bibs to programs across the country.
And thanks Twitchell Sportswear for sponsoring this event as well. Racer coming in, looks like bib number 85, bib 85 from Cornell, Isabel Sharp. Good finish, Isabel.
These Cornell skiers are looking strong today, Jason. They certainly had enough snow around Ithaca this year to train on, so these kids have probably gotten some terrific practice before they came here to Bend.
Okay, I'm just looking at let's see, bib number 81 coming in. 81 is Courtney Berg. Courtney Berg from Colorado Mesa with a good, strong double pole finish. Good job, Courtney. And another skier coming in through a lap from Western State. And that would be bib 104 going through for her lap ski. That'd be Patricia Wheeler Larson. And another Clarkson skier coming into the finish. Good, strong double pole. Bib, let's see here. Bib 88 from Clarkson, Ashley Forche. Ashley Forche with a strong finish from Clarkson University in upstate New York. And another finisher coming through from the Air Force Academy. Bib number 74, Michaela Scarborough. Michaela Scarborough, a good double pole here. Working it strong. Good job, Michaela.
You know, Jason, our elevation above sea level here at the start of the National Championships is 6,200 feet above sea level. That may be quite a challenge for some of the athletes who come from lower elevations, the kids who ski from the Midwest and from the East. Students who have been training in Gunnison, Colorado or up on Grand Mesa will find that they have become accustomed to this altitude already. But altitude throws another hurdle at the athletes who have been training at lower elevations.
What's our altitude here, Bert, before we have...
6,200 feet.
Okay. And let's see here. This is local skier Michaela Martin from the College of Idaho with a strong finish, Michaela.
College of Idaho is in Caldwell, Idaho. That's near Boise. These kids train and ski at Bogus Basin.
And she just finished. Michaela comes ahead of skiers that are fighting for a finish place here, bib number 78 and bib number 82. This would be Galen Voorhees from Whitman and
it's 92,
Ashley,
bib 92.
my apologies, bib 92. Bib 92, that would have been Laura Moore from St. Olaf. Thank you, Bert, for the correction. Really a perfect day for skiing. A slight wind here in this open area up at Mount Bachelor, but for being this high up in the mountains and fairly exposed and not really protected from trees, a pretty calm day.
Mount Bachelor generally gets an abundance of snow, but with that snow comes an abundance of wind. It's very often windy here, and that drifts the snow and causes the groomers to work extra hard to keep these trails groomed and smooth for both alpine and Nordic skiers. Currently we have just a gentle breeze blowing with those beautiful blue skies, and as you said, Jason, we've seen some athletes even skiing in short sleeves. Skiing at Mount Bachelor is spectacular. Alpine peaks all around us. Here we have a terrific view looking out at Broken Top and the South Sister Wilderness area.
Okay, and another University of Wyoming hammering into the finish here. University of Wyoming skier. She is really looking strong. And she is the leader of this race series. Great finish. And another Air Force Academy skier coming in for the finish. Bib number 79, Taylor Vosenek. Taylor Vosenek, and being followed very closely by bib number 102, Ellie Sulzer from the University of Wyoming, followed by yet another cowboy skier from the University of Wyoming. Bib number 96, Britta Schroeder. And Britta is looking strong here. Okay, so we are at lots of skiers coming through. Bib number 94 from Clarkson coming in for the finish. Olivia Dawson from Clarkson, followed by bib number 82, Ashley Levy from University of Maine, Farmington. And Olivia just finishes up, and here comes Ashley, bib number 82. Bib number 90 from Nikki Cunning. Nikki Cunning coming in strong here with a kick double pull, switching into a double pull from Colorado Mesa. So, okay, we're going to try and get some live results here.
You know, Jason, this is an interval start race. Each athlete goes out on the course at 30-second intervals. Some races are mass start races. You'll find that the athletes who are starting on the interval start have to work their way, work it hard the whole time. Of course, interval starts were the way all ski races used to be run, and this is running as an interval start race today.
Okay, two what looks like to be Clarkson skiers. Bib number 89. No, it is not. It is from Western State. Bib 89 and bib 87. That would be Elizabeth Atkins finishing up and Ingrid Kelly following close behind. So right now we are looking at what we believe are some live results. These are not official. These are not official results, but looks like the finishing time of 25:55 right now from Elise Sulzer is standing atop the standings. And that, just from looking from some preliminary times, looks like a very quick time around this course at 25:55, with the next time from Nora Gilbertson. Again, these are unofficial times at 26:54.
Jason, conditions today are almost perfect. We really couldn't ask for better snow or better weather for this race today.
So one of the things I noticed the past couple of days coming out out skiing around this time, and here comes another skier. And this is a triple-digit skier here. Coming in strong. Bib number 101, Shelby Arndt from St. Olaf. Great double pull. So what I noticed is that as the temps warm up, we like to refer to the tracks getting glazed. What does that refer to, Bert, from your technical expertise? What do you think about glazed tracks? How do you manage that?
Well, as the snow begins to release its moisture and the skiers ski over that moist snow, they cause it to glaze up or get a little coating of ice on the snow surface. That makes kick more difficult. The kick wax that's sticky, I know that you heard about a Power Grip Violet. That sticky kick wax will work on those glazed tracks. There are many kick waxes that are made specifically for glazed tracks. The problem with the glazed track is that if it's not that way throughout the whole course, then you get some fine-grained snow in other parts of the course. Wax that will work well on the glazing won't work so well in the fine-grained snow. That makes kick waxing a challenge.
So right now, just looking at our top 3 standings that are unofficial. Again, these are unofficial live results. Elise Seltzer in standing number 1 at 25.55, and about a minute behind is Nora Gilbertson, and about 50 seconds behind her is Piper Bain from St. Olaf, and that would be a University of Wyoming student, would be Elise Seltzer, followed by Nora Gilbertson from St. Olaf, and Piper Bain from St. Olaf as well.
St. Olaf has a strong team here this year.
Lots of skiers. I'm seeing some local community skiers out today enjoying these lovely sunny trails.
You know, snow conditions here in the west have been variable all year. We certainly don't have the snowpack that we normally have. We are fortunate in Bend to have the snowpack that we do, and we've seen skiers from all over the country coming here to Bend to ski. It's a terrific place to host this national championships.
And we have another skier coming into a finish here, just getting a proper bib reading. I believe at 93, bib 93 is Laura Moore. Laura Moore coming in for the finish. That said, with a low snowpack year, what you're not able to see on if you're streaming this live, is the backdrop here with some huge volcanic peaks. A little over 9,000 feet is Broken Top. Oh, and you can see that. That is what you're seeing on your screen there is actually Broken Top Mountain, and the name fits its description. It's an old volcano that actually had its top blown off. And here we have another skier coming in strong. Bib number 98. Bib number 98. Shelby Ralston from Western State in Gunnison, Colorado. Representing Colorado in her nice Colorado headband there. So if you were just, as you can see streaming live, the backdrop, it looks like there's lots and lots of snow, which there's enough to go ski on those mountains, but there's probably about 20% of the annual snowfall or snowpack right now. Coming in for the finish here is a Clarkson skier. Bib number 99, Taryn Dossman, bib number 99 from Clarkson, finishing with a quick tempo double pole here.
Strong finish for Tara. Jason, you're looking up there at Broken Top, and as the spring weather conditions begin to set in, we have warm days and cold nights, and the snow gets a thick crust. One of the finest types of Nordic skiing we do around here is what we call crust cruising. And you can cruise on skate skis right up into that big bowl there in Broken Top. It provides access for skiers off the regular trail system, but we would invite all these athletes to come back here when we get spring conditions to do a little crust cruising into Broken Top.
Okay, we have another skier coming into the finish here from Clarkson University. Bib number 103, Megan McKenna. Megan McKenna from Clarkson University in upstate New York with a strong double pull coming into the finish here.
Megan's got that high tempo, quick
Okay.
muscle contractions, high tempo to get her into the finish line here with a good, strong finish and a fast time.
Okay, that was Megan McKenna just finishing up. Lots of coaches out on the trails, still skiing around, probably thinking about how to manage the wax for the next men's race coming up. Skier coming in for the finish, bib number 75 would be Karen Martin from Cornell, coming in strong. Cornell in upstate New York in Ithaca. Okay, Karen Martin coming in, finishing up her second of two 3.5K laps.
The classical disciplines involving the kick wax adds one element to the to the coach's workload in finding out what kick wax will work and what won't. When the skate races come along, we don't need kick wax on the skis. The skate skis are shorter and stiffer and have only glide wax from tip to tail. The wax, of course, the glide wax is important, and one glide wax may glide faster than another, but it eliminates the need for the kick wax that we're seeing used on the skis that the athletes are on today.
So far, according to my unofficial results, we have, let's see here, 37 skiers that have finished and just a handful of skiers that are still out on course. Just a perfect day here. Wow, no clouds in the sky, little wind, lots of smiles on folks' faces. And skier coming in for the finish, 2 skiers. Bib 100, it looks like. Bib 100, Megan Muehlthaler from Colorado Mesa. Good finish.
We have another skier striding in with the classic style.
Looks like bib number 86. That would be Benedict Lauren from Whitman College. Good finish. And my apologies, I believe it would be Lauren Benedict. So you'll see right now, before we're probably about 45 minutes out to the men's race, some of the male athletes are out warming up, checking their skis. In the backdrop here, there's coaches that are reapplying kick wax to the kick zone, trying to figure out how to best get some kick for the classic discipline.
One thing that we have seen in some Nordic racing classic style is that some of the sprint courses, the shorter courses, 1.5 to 2 kilometer courses, are very flat, and we're seeing some people simply double pole the entire course. Today's race, that's not possible. We've got too many hills on this course to double pole the whole thing.
Okay, we have 2 more races. I was just informed of 2 more racers that are still out on course. That would be Ellie Pinto and Patricia Wheeler-Larson. That would be bib number 91 from University of Maine, Ellie Pinto, and Patricia Wheeler-Larson, bib number 104 from Western State in Gunnison, Colorado. So looking at results here, again, unofficial results, Ellie Sulzer at 25:55 from University of Wyoming, still standing strong, about a minute ahead of Nora Gilbertson from St. Olaf at 26:54. And then Piper Bain from St. Olaf at 27:46. And in, let's see, another University of Wyoming skier in 4th at 27:47. Sierra Jeck. So lots of volunteers here from Bend, Oregon. One of the volunteers who, more than a volunteer really, who helps organize this whole race is Dan Simino, who is sitting here in the timing shed with us. He is a native of Maine and is a several-time Olympian and local coach for the Bachelor Ski Education Foundation.
Yeah, Bend, Oregon is a city which seems to attract Olympians. Many former Olympians are here. Folks will come in and say, well, who is that gray-haired woman or man running through so quickly? And that's some former Olympian. The town is full of them. And it actually adds an element of action and excellence to the athletic events that we see here in Bend, Oregon.
So in a community like Bend, some places have a Little League, some places have football for young kids. It's not uncommon for little kids to grow up on the skinny skis up here up at Mount Bachelor, involved with a few race programs.
Yeah, there are race programs here that start youngsters in both Nordic and alpine skiing. You can live in Bend and you can start alpine skiing or Nordic skiing at ages of 4 and 5 years old.
Okay, looking strong here is bib number 91 coming in for her finish. Bib number 91 from University of Maine, Ellie Pinto. Come on, Ellie. Coming in for a good strong kick double pole and double pole here.
I'm sure the athletes from lower elevations are noticing the difference between skiing at 6,200 feet above sea level as opposed to skiing at 600 feet above sea level.
Okay, so my results haven't updated yet, but Ellie Pinto from University of Maine at Farmington has just finished up. And there it is. Ellie finished in 46:48. Great job, Ellie. And according to my stats, we have one more racer on course, Patricia Wheeler-Larson from Western State in Gunnison. Okay. So we're winding down here, and what is most likely just perfect conditions this morning for a classic race, starting off with good firm tracks and warming up a bit throughout the morning, making the skis run a little faster. So I'll just go through our unofficial top 10 here so far. We have Ellie Seltzer from Wyoming, Nora Gilbertson, St. Olaf's, Piper Bain, St. Olaf's, Sierra Jack from Wyoming, Sierra Nadeau from Cornell, Yara Thomas from Wyoming, Mira Hopkins from Colorado Mesa, Laura Moore from St. Olaf's, and Britta Schroeder from Wyoming, and Ashley Forche from Clarkson, rounding out the top 10. Lovely day. So how many volunteers do we have to organize this race? I'm just going to ask one of the officials here. 25 or 30 people out here volunteering. So if you're a racer or a coach, make sure you're thanking these kind folks for putting on such a great event. All right, a little lull in the action here. I believe one more skier on course. And here she comes. Patricia Wheeler-Larson from Western State. Come on, Patricia. Great kick double pull into the finish. From Gunnison, Colorado, bib number 104, Patricia Wheeler-Larson. Great job, Patricia. And although you might be looking at the stream here and thinking we're pretty high altitude at 6,000 feet, Gunnison's probably just a bit higher and drier. Getting hugs from her teammates. Okay, that was the last skier out on course this morning, and unofficially, looking like that 25:55 time still stands for Elise Salser. So a little later this morning, and I'll touch base with one of the coaches that are waxing skis just to see how conditions have changed, and from a ski technician standpoint, how does one go about trying to manage balancing the speed for glide and the ability to actually get kick on a little more like moister glazed up snow, which happens when the sun starts to come out and warm up the tracks. So in all, we had, let's look at our stats here, 41 racers involved this morning, and from lots of different schools: Wyoming, St. Olaf's, Colorado Mesa, Western State, Clarkson, guest skiers, Whitman College, Air Force Academy, University of Maine, Cornell. Hopefully I didn't miss any there. Later on this morning, I'll try and see how many, look for my men's start list here. Roughly the same, looks like roughly the same number of men that'll be starting this afternoon or later this morning. Most likely around 40 to 45 skiers. Okay, so we're going to wrap up the stream right now, and we'll come back on air in perhaps about 30 minutes or so at the start of the men's race. Thank you, volunteers. Thank you, sponsors. And we will be back online shortly. And the sponsors, just to remind ourselves here, are Patagonia, Reliable Racing, and one more that will be coming up here is Twitchell Sportswear. Patagonia, Reliable Racing, and Twitchell Sportswear are our sponsors this morning. And we are going to sign off for a brief respite and come back on shortly. Thank you for joining us from Bend, Oregon at Mount Bachelor.